2 of part 2. I recorded something a minute ago and I had a moment and there was no sound. So there were a couple questions that I did miss, and I wanted to make sure that I vocally talked about a couple things. So one question was best kind of pre-gym, pre-workout kind of fuel. For everybody, it's kind of like what's going to suit your body well. Think about, think about what your approved food list is, and think about what's going to fit well for you. Sometimes it's a little bit of juice for me, a little bit of smoothie. To be quite honest, I go into my workouts fasted just because I work out first thing in the morning usually. If we're back on the bone broth, if I happen to be going to kind of like a flywheel class or something that's going to kind of need a little bit more endurance, I've even found having a little bit of bone broth or having some collagen and some water kind of helps keep me going. Another thing that I do is coconut oil capsule and some collagen. That's been kind of my hack when I've been going to flywheel and doing classes in the evening. Again, do what you can. I'm doing flywheel because I can't do HIIT with Jen. Seated cardio is my jam right now. And if I say it's my jam one more time tonight, I need to think of a new saying. I need to find my daughter and ask her like what the cool kids are saying. So that's kind of what I do personally. If you have a question about specifically what you think will be good before you work out, post it in the community. Let's start a thread. Let's find out what people are kind of consuming before they work out, because it's important. Not everybody, and I have to say, not everybody can do fasted workouts. I wasn't always able to do fasted workouts. It's really something that you do have to work your way up to, especially if you are new to working out, but we're not working out right now. So maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that as we start to work out more. Right now, we need to concentrate on healing, detoxing, and doing that. Gentle movement if you need to, yoga, stretching. But no, I wouldn't, when you're detoxing, I wouldn't recommend, and I know Jen doesn't recommend any, strenuous things as we're getting started, but she'll definitely be there to guide you guys through when it's time to kind of start ramping up the workouts, what the best fuel options will be. And that's kind of been one of the exciting things about this process for me, is just learning how my body reacts to different foods. So second thing I wanted to talk about, bone broth. I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to say first off, if you are taking the time to make your bone broth at home, store it in glass containers. Do not store it in plastic containers. Some of the nutritional properties of the bone broth is compromised when you're storing it in plastic. So what I want you to do is go out and buy some of those Mason Bell jars, those cute ones that are all over Pinterest that people stick ridiculous looking smoothies in that probably aren't edible and are half made of foam, in my opinion. Go get some mason jars, store your bone broth in there. Keep in mind that bone broth will stay fresh for about 4 to 7 days in the fridge. If you have a lot, because you're cooking in bulk, I would highly recommend that you freeze it. There are some options, and let me show you guys what I actually do to freeze things. My computer is not cooperating. It's like, what are you doing? You're trying to do stuff and things. We don't want you to do stuff and things tonight. We want you to, let's see. Here it is. So this is a kind of a multi-use tool. You can do this, or use this, I'm sorry, to not only freeze bone broth. I think it's great to have frozen bone broth in the freezer. You can just pop a couple ice cubes, or broth cubes, I guess you should say, into the stove and kind of warm it up. Controversial topic. Can I microwave my frozen bone broth? Technically you can. technically you can nuke anything. But I want you to heat it up on the stove, whether you're heating it up from frozen or heating it up from being in the fridge. Please take the time to heat it on the stove. Just a little bit gets lost in the microwave, and I'm not a tinfoil hat person who thinks the internet's out to get me or anything like that. Microwaves are great. They're fast and easy. But again, it's a microwave. We want to heal right now. So again, love yourself. Take the time to take that extra step. The other great thing that this can be used for, shout out to Amber Hollick, Amber in Seattle, who is one of my clients, and I can't wait to see her next week as we embark on her detox together, is smoothie pucks. So smoothie pucks are great and can be frozen in this. So just take note of this, and I'll put it in the doc that I'm making for you guys. I do smoothie cubes now. Last year I was doing pucks. This year I'm doing smoothie cubes. And what essentially a smoothie puck or a smoothie cube is a text messages, is a condensed smoothie. And you make it ahead of time, freeze it, pop them out when you need it with a little bit of water, and I even do a little fresh greens. So really, I consider the smoothie pucks a smoothie base or a smoothie concentrate. And this is something that I'll definitely show you guys. It's great, and I don't even thank you, Amber, for mentioning it. I don't know. I didn't think of it before because I've been doing it. But it's something that I think will be great for you guys who are doing smoothies in the morning. To kind of see how I make them, and it's great. I love it. So yeah, essentially it's a condensed concentrated smoothie, frozen. Add a little coconut water, almond milk, water, like we talked about earlier, and just blend away. And it's great. It's great. It just saves so much time, and it's part of kind of my standard personal meal prep. So just another thing. For those doing the GLOW plan, there's one other thing that I wanted to talk about, and that is lard. The thing that we need to know when we're doing the GLOW plan is that fat is our friend, and let's not be scared of fat because it's there. Love it. It took me a while to get used to the idea of eating fats and that kind of thing, and cooking with, we have it all and kind of drilled in our brain that we need to be cooking with olive oil, and we don't. So this lard, Jen actually found this and brought it to my attention, but it is life-changing. Can be found in the refrigerated section at Whole Foods, and I want to say Metropolitan Market, but don't quote me on that. I know for sure it's at Whole Foods. It's this brand. I don't know how to make this. It is Tendergrass Farms. It's minimally processed, so it's really great. There's also a company called Fatworks. You can buy that lard at Central Co-op and Whole Foods, I believe. Big fan of that as well. They have lard and tallow. Lard is what I prefer to cook with, just because, I don't know, just the flavor of it's better for me. I use tallow in my cooking as well. The other thing that I forgot to mention is just when I'm not detoxing, I tend to be more, the GLOW diet, or I don't want to call it a diet. The GLOW protocol is more of my day-to-day. It's how I eat. It's how my family eats. So that's pretty much, I didn't touch on that, and I should have. But I go through phases with food where sometimes I'm really primal and I'm doing lots of just meat. And then Jen can attest to the fact that, a couple of months ago I was not feeling meat, and I went, I just omitted it and just ate really clean, ate salads, ate lots of tofu. So everything's kind of my jam, just kind of outside of the detox. So, but that's kind of getting ahead of what we're doing. But just to speak to what my kind of regular eating is that I'm primarily paleo, and I love it. It works for me. I'm going to check something really quick. because I honestly was like, I thought I got everybody. I thought I did. So I think that's it. That was just those few things that that I missed and that I wanted to touch on before we ended the day. So we're gonna end the day together. That's all I have. Again, community, chime in, tag me, email me, whatever you need. I will help you. I'll be there for you. So anyhow, I'm getting crazy, so I'm going to bed. Bye.